This is the hypermobility assessment. This takes about 2 to 5 minutes, and it's to determine genetic predisposition to loose joints, so we can take a customized approach to your exercise and stretching prescription. A corrective program is only as good as the assessment used to create it. Because if we're not assessing, we're just guessing with these people, all right? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take all of you through this. I want you to keep the muscles relaxed. You're gonna perform each maneuver as best you can without evoking pain, okay? 1 point is scored for each side in maneuvers 1 through 4, and then number 5 is just worth 1 point. So everyone's gonna get scored out of 9 points on this assessment. This assessment is gonna determine how much stretching is genetically appropriate for you, all right? Now, we're gonna tally up the points and I will interpret it all for you at the end. Okay, so here's what we're gonna be doing first. We're all gonna be doing the little finger test. What you do is you have your hand perfectly level, horizontal. Now you're gonna see if you can push your baby finger up to 90 degrees perfectly vertical. You can see mine is not, okay? Mine is not. Mooey's pretty close, not quite. All right, Urshan, can you come over here? Everyone take a look at the difference between me and Urshan on this. Just go ahead, you're crushing me on this one. Who wins on having more mobility in the baby finger here? Urshan wins, high 10. Hey, I just wanted you to feel like a winner today, okay? So go both sides, ask your partners if you're unclear, and everyone should get a score out of 2 right now. Not quite, Amanda? Tara, yeah, you have it, I'd say. Oh my gosh, Ilker crushing it. Hold on, you guys gotta see this. This is sick. Ilker, get in and show them this. Look at that. That's like arcade thumb, but of the pinky finger. That's crushing it. But I wouldn't have guessed that by looking at them, okay? Everybody currently has a score out of 2. It's 1 point if you can do it per side. 1 point if you can do it per side. Okay, good. How many people here have 0 out of 2? Okay, those are my people right there, all right? How many people here have 2 for 2? Okay, so those are the people that are a little bit more flexible. Now, the next one we're gonna go on to is thumb to forearm. So here's how you're gonna do this one. You make your hand like a shadow puppet, like see how it's like talking? And take the bottom, the thumb or the jaw, and you try to, any way you can, get it to touch the forearm. Just like that, okay? So flex it forward. Okay, Urshan, get back up here. Urshan and I are gonna go in another competition.
So I have an injury here, I can't do it here?
Oh yeah. Okay, watch this. Watch this, everyone take a look. Can you all see that?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's crushing it on that. But we test on both sides. Look, he's gonna do the other side. He can't do it on the other side. Interesting, eh?
Whoa.
So oh yeah, he's got an injury, that's why he can't do it there. Give him hey, he won again. Give him a big round of applause there. Urshan's killing me in these. Now, if you have only one test to do for hypermobility, this is the most reliable one to determine if somebody has loose ligaments. Just do the thumb one if you only have time. But today, to be extra thorough, we're gonna do all of them, okay? So you're gonna score another 2 points potentially. So everybody should have a total score out of 4, okay? Is everybody clear on that? How many people here are 0 for 4? Other than myself. Yeah, that's my boy right there. British Badger, all right, 0 for 4. Okay, how many people here are 4 for 4? Okay, few of you here. Excellent. Now, we're going to be moving on to the next one. The next one is we're testing for hyperextended elbows. These are elbows that bend backwards 10 degrees or more. If you don't know what 10 degrees looks like, you look at the picture on your assessment sheet and you eyeball it. You could bring out a goniometer and test the arm bones and get a specific measurement. I don't think it's totally necessary. So what I'm going to have you do is you go like this and you just ask your partner, like, hey, do mine bend backwards or not? Do my elbows bend backwards? Can I show her? All right, everybody, we have a niece here. We're going to see, can you see here with her, you can relax this one. Just see her elbow here? It kind of bends backward a bit, right? Here's one of the things you want to consider. If somebody has elbows that bend backwards, do you want to put them on preacher curls? Preacher curls at the gym? No, because it stretches them into elbow hyperextension. Do you want them doing like push-ups off the floor where they're locking out their elbows all the way so that the bones don't even line up anymore? They're bending backward. No, we want to watch that. You want to make sure they're not going into hyperextension under stress, okay? The other thing that you can do that I'll do is if they do have elbow, shoulder, or wrist complaints, I give them biceps to triceps in a 3-to-1 ratio to create strategic stiffening to keep their elbow in alignment. Okay, so that's another option you can experiment with. Okay, now the next test we're going to be looking at is hyperextended knees. Do the legs extend backward? So you lock them out all the way, and you see, do they bend backwards 10 degrees like in the picture? Take a look, ask your partners beside you. Okay, yeah, is there a little bit? Okay, so take a look, his are mild. Okay, just go like that, lock it out, tighten up the pants, and let everyone see there. Yeah, he's a little bit on the right side there, so you can kind of see. Yeah, that's bending backwards. That or he's just quadzilla, right? But you can see if I was to draw a line through the leg bones, that's like a 10-degree backward bend. So yeah, he has a little bit. Now, if I'm customizing the training for him, okay, we want to put emphasis on hamstring and gastrocnemius training. That helps to prevent the legs from locking out as much. Okay, so hamstring and gastrocnemius will prevent knee injuries because knee flexor tension helps keep the joint aligned to prevent further hyperextension and joint irritation. So that's something to keep in mind, and maybe you're already doing that. Sometimes when people have the knees that bend backwards, swimming aggravates it. Swimming can be an irritant for this, okay? Now the next one, I'm just putting a little note here. You don't do this one if you have a discogenic issue. So if you have like a herniated disc, I generally say just don't do this test because we don't want to hurt things anymore. Okay, Ershon, you're going to compete against me on this one. Come back up here. You've won. It's 1-3. He's winning 2-0 right now, okay? So here's what we do. We lock our legs out. We're going to bend forward and see if we can touch the palms to the floor. All right? Who here thinks Ershon is going to win? Yeah. Oh, wow, you're a huge fan. Who here thinks I'm going to win? Sorry in advance. Sorry in advance. Okay, you ready? Legs have to stay locked out. See if you can touch the palm to the floor. And begin. Okay. Oh, so we both don't hit the finish line. It's a tie. It's a tie. Okay. So we both don't hit the finish line. We end on a tie. All right. So what we're doing here is seeing if you can put your palms flat on the ground. If you can, it's 1 point. Okay, everybody has a score out of 8 right now. Everybody has a score out of 8. This is for the 9th point. All right, Mega Lion, can you come up here? All right. All right, everybody ready? It's me against Mega Lion. Here we go. Ready and begin. Look at that. Give her a big round of applause. She crushed it. She crushed it. You're a winner already, and class just started. Okay. Everyone's got a score out of 9 points, okay? Now I'm going to read to you what this all means. How many people here had 0 to 2 points? Okay, if your hand is up, we are the people that benefit most from stretching. We're the people that benefit most from hands-on stretching. So if you get somebody to table stretch you for an hour, that's our population, okay? Because we are more prone to tight muscles being the issue. All right, so adding stretching and massage to the routine can be very beneficial for this group. How many people here had 3 to 4 points? 3 to 4 points. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. So if you had 3 to 4, you have mild hypermobility. Mild hypermobility. So we want to make sure we stretch with purpose. Don't just indiscriminately do all the stretches that are out there. You want to make sure there's a reason for the stretches you do. And we'll show you how to break down the reasoning this weekend with what muscles you stretch, with which posture misalignments you have, and everything else. Okay? So there's got to be a purpose to it. Also, sometimes due to hormonal changes during menstruation and pregnancy, we can cut out stretches altogether because we might loosen things up too much. So those are times to be extra careful, okay? How many people here had 5 or more? 5 or more. Mega Lion? Yeah. How many did you have? How many did you have? Okay, so he's still adding it up. Okay, if you had more than 5, these are the people that will always excel at flexibility-focused activities, so you'll always be able to do all the yoga poses and everything right on class 1.
Yeah, I started stretching since I was a child. I did karate, so that's why.
Oh, yeah, perfect. So issues will tend to be joint-related. Try to avoid band distractions, cause a lot of issues to the joints. So it's just too intense if somebody's very hypermobile. Limit stretching we like to use. Percussion is good. Foam rolling is good, massage is good, but stretches will often open up a joint too much. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Don't stretch to extreme end ranges. Use good nutrition for ligament tone, and then generally stability exercise routines work best for this population to keep them injury-free. When I was at the medical clinic, I would see yoga instructors that would come to me because they heard that I could help people with aches and pains. They'd be secretly struggling with their own aches and pains. I would do this assessment. They'd be like 8 or 9 out of 9 on hypermobility. And I'd say, you're actually contraindicated to be doing stretching. And that's a tough pill to swallow, the fact that they might have been putting themselves in pain with the thing that they love. So I'd say try an experiment, truth through experience. They'd cut out stretching for a week or two, have like the best week or two of their life. And then what I'd get them to do, I'd say keep doing what you love, just don't actually stretch into the end range and do some stability after. We found a happy in between. But it's something you may have to coach people on when they have chronic aches or pains. A lot of people are overstretching when they shouldn't be. How many people here learned something new through going through that, okay? How many people here think that this might be helpful to use with a new consult or a new client? Absolutely. Do you think you could coach somebody through this just like I did here today? Absolutely you could. You'll probably be watching form better. I'm just like cracking unfunny jokes and stuff the whole time, not even really focusing. So you all have this now. We're going to hand it out. You're going to have this in your toolbox from now on. It's very important. You could do this with every client to know in advance just how much stretching might be appropriate for that individual. Any questions about that?
Hey Brennan, what do you say when they're like 8, but it feels so good when I stretch? It feels better when
I'd say crack cocaine feels good to a crack addict, right? Feeling is not a criteria for truth. So I have to call them out on emotional reasoning, right? And it depends how that conversation goes.
Would you say, hey, that's emotional reasoning?
It depends who I'm talking to. You have to bait the hook to suit the fish, right? I'm not going to talk about crack if it's an elderly person, because they're going to think I'm a crackhead, right? But if it's an intellectual, I might talk about emotional reasoning, assuming that because something feels good, it is good. Because something feels bad, it is bad. A lot of times these people are also empathetic enablers, because they have difficulty with boundaries because they're always trying to make everyone feel good. They can have toxic people pleasing. There's a whole host of issues that can come with that belief that what feels good is good. Right? So we can talk more about that later on, but it depends how that conversation goes. So you just got to relate to their reality and their understanding and give them an explanation that makes sense to them based on where they're at. All right. There you go. Oh, he lost his shirt.